Lauren called my show because he is desperate to clear his name. You see, he served 3 years in prison for sexual assault, but he always maintained that he was falsely accused. Lauren just got engaged to his fiancée, Sherry, 2 weeks ago and was open with her about his past. But now, her daughter Stephanie has doubts about Lauren and believes that an innocent man would not have taken a plea in this case. Take a look.
When I first met Lauren, he told me the whole story about a family member that has accused him and that he went to prison for 3.5, 4 years.
So people think that I had sexually assaulted a family member, and I'm here to prove my innocence, that I did not do this. She had put on Facebook, I didn't do it. She lied about the whole thing just to get me out of the house.
I had a gut feeling about him that he was not that type of person. And I have usually gone with my gut feeling. It's never steered me wrong.
Her daughters are not so sure about me. They want me to be cleared. That way I can move forward with them and have a relationship with them.
My daughter Stephanie had asked me what he was in prison for. I didn't feel it was my place to say, so I was going to let Lauren explain it to Stephanie and her family. And so her and Larry come over that night. We sat down and had a discussion, and Lauren explained the whole story, and I can just see the smirks and, kind of faces that they were making, that they didn't really believe him.
People look at me because of my tattoos and long hair, and tattoos on my face. They think, oh, he's some big bad biker dude, when really, I have a soft heart.
I feel that I need to protect my grandchildren because I was not a very good mother to my children. I strive to be a better grandmother. And I don't want things to happen to my grandchildren that have happened to my children. And I am planning on marrying this guy, and I need to know before we get married. Me and Lauren have talked about this a lot, and he understands that if this does come back true, that I cannot be with him. I just can't.
I need to prove my innocence, showing that I'm a good person and I'm not like that, and people got me all wrong.
We're close, and I feel that we have a connection. I deserve to be happy, and I am happy. And I wish that my children would understand. I love him, and it's just a connection I've never had with anybody else. I just feel comfortable with him.
Stephanie, that's your mom and her fiancé on the tape. What's going on?
Well, he's been accused of touching one of his family members.
Not accused. He went to jail for it.
Yeah. They met at a bar, and she told me about him, and the next thing I knew, he was at the house. And
so that, not to be judgmental just on looks alone, but when you first see this guy, what goes through your mind?
I don't know.
With the tattoos on the face and stuff, it's got to be a little startling, right?
That's kind of the men that my mom is always like, so I'm kind of used to that.
So you're used to that?
Yeah.
So you don't like your mother being with Lauren?
No, yeah. I don't.
And is it all because of what you found out afterwards, the fact that he went to jail for the sexual assault?
Yeah, and the fact that they hid it from me. When I asked them why he was in prison, I knew something was up when they went silent and tried to change the subject. Yeah. And they didn't bring us over to talk to me and my husband about it. It was after I Googled
because
and found out.
Kids?
Yeah, I have.
And is that what makes you nervous, or?
Yeah, and the fact that she didn't protect me as a child.
So you meet Sherry, and you guys hit it off right off the bat, right?
Yes.
And you obviously have deep feelings for her?
Yes.
And you proposed marriage?
Yes.
And you plan on getting married?
Yes.
Why don't you tell us what happened with you, why you went to prison?
Well, initially I got arrested for child support. 3 days later, I had a cop come into the cell, come and got me and said that we're getting you for sexual assault. It threw me back. I'm like, well, what are you talking about? And he goes, well, you're said that you had sexually assaulted her. I'm like, you kidding me? So it threw me back. I'm like, I didn't do this. And so I spent 5.5 months in jail fighting this, and I didn't take no plea deal. My lawyer took a plea deal for a lesser sentence. I wanted to go all the way with it.
Don't they ask you in court if you accept that, though?
When you are in court and when that judge is going to give you those 4 years, he looks at you and says, you know you're pleading guilty, right?
Yes.
And you said yes, right? And he says, you understand what that means, right?
Yes.
And you said yes. But so at some point, the lawyer's telling you, hey man, if you don't take this deal, you're going to jail for 50 years. Right?
Yeah, I was scared, yeah.
You were scared?
Know.
At that part, I totally believe anybody in that situation. And I do believe some people take deals because they think that they would lose if they went to court. And that doesn't mean they didn't do it, but I think sometimes you have to weigh 4 years against 50 years if it looks bad. And if you got, you know, a young girl saying you did this, and she's saying it, and most people are going to believe this when you're talking about a crime like this. So maybe it did. What are your feelings for Sherry?
I love her to death. I've never had this much feelings and this bond with her. I've never had found anybody like her.
She's another soulmate, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never had a soulmate but her.
She's the first one.
Yeah.
So she did say, though, if you fail this test, you're gone.
Yes.
Okay. And you maintain that you never did this?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Lauren, you came here, took a lie detector test, and we asked you, did you ever try to take that minor female's clothes off? You answered no. Did you ever try to have sex with that minor female? You answered no. The results came back the same to each question, and it came back that Lauren did not tell the truth.
Really?
And we gave him the test 4 times. So obviously there is a reason why people take plea deals. At some point in your life, maybe if you were younger and had more time to pick somebody that maybe you say, okay, I want to give this person a second chance. But when you now, it's not just you, it's your kids, it's your grandkids, then maybe you have to be more particular about who you date.
Done. I told you. Just bottom line. We already talked about this.
Why lie about something where you already did your punishment? I mean, wouldn't you, like, if you meet her and you really love her, say, which you were honest that you went to jail, but you're kind of like making the problem worse by then saying, but I didn't do it. But then when you find out and you're exposed, because listen, this test is very accurate. You took the test 4 times, you did it. This girl was on video testifying against you, saying that this is what you did. And maybe that public defender gave you really good advice. Maybe that lawyer really gave you good advice saying, hey man, if they're offering you 4 years, you better take it because you're gonna go to jail for 50. And that's why you took it, because you did it. But if doing it and you did the 4 years, which the law said, okay, this is what you're gonna do for a punishment, why not just come out and say, yeah, I made a mistake when I was younger or whatever, and I paid my price, but now I want to be with you. But continue to live a lie and further that lie, how's anybody going to trust you? I think if you would have came right out and said, yeah, I made a mistake, God, I don't know what I was thinking, I was drunk, whatever the case may be, I'm never going to do that again because I never want to go to prison again. And that was wrong.
Because he knows we would have never been together.
If it's going to cause you this much pain, being with mistakes, being with the bad guys, you're always going to end up in this place, and then you're better off alone.
I am better off alone. You're right.
If you don't make decisions like that, yeah, you are. But everybody deserves, if you want to be in a relationship, just be a little more particular with who you're dating and who you're with. Good luck to you. Thank you to all of our fans for helping us reach 1 million subscribers. Now let's get 1 million more. Make sure to subscribe now.